Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. So if you are here, you can put down anything in the chat box. I'll start in about 2 minutes. Hello, everyone. If you are here, you can chat with me in the chat box. I will start in about 8:05. Hi, everyone. We're gonna start in about 1 minute, just to let more people to come in to join this space. Hi, everyone. We're gonna start in about 1 minute, just to let more people to come in to join this space. You can chat with me. I see there are about like 3 people here. Maybe you can type your name, who is here in the chat box. Hello, Vanessa. Okay, cool. So time's up. I'm gonna start. the IC education. So first of all, I will introduce myself. I'm Sukman. And I'm the some education about ISP campaign. Okay, cool. Okay, first of all, I'd like to congratulate for all these LC who have successfully bid for the IC campaign. Now your LC has the chance to win the one-way ticket for your IXP. Shout out to JB, UTM, KP, UNMC, UMP, Penang, and UKM. Okay, cool. So today we are going to talk about the timeline for ISP campaign. Who should be your target attraction for ISP? I will use the method Veron used to use is GTCM. And then I will talk about also how is the ISP application process. Hi, Karen. Okay, cool. So first of all, I would like to apologize for the delay of ISP campaign because I have delayed the education. It's supposed to be in early of February, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm carrying out after Chinese New Year because of some reasons it delayed. I'm so sorry about that, and it will not happen again. So I have to tell you all the readjust timeline. If I'm talking too fast, you can just tell in the chat box, okay? Okay, cool. So first of all, during WNC, you all have successfully bid for the IC campaign, and then on the 1st of 28, we have officially announced LC who has qualified for the ISP campaign and the quota that you secure. And today we have education for all of you. And then we are going to extend the ISP campaign to 16th of March. So before this, it closed on 28th of February, right? But then now we are going to extend until 16th of March. And then during March, we will have ticket purchasing, and then we'll communicate with the ISP. And then in April, we'll educate on the deliverables, and then June to August will be the realization. So far, anyone has questions or regarding the timeline? Because YouTube Live is a bit delay 1 second, so I will be like late for a few seconds. Okay, cool. Thank you, Karen, for responding. Time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, move on to the next. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the who should be your target for ISP. And from the screen you can see we encourage team members, all the team members, and also the directors for FL and OGV to go for exchange in summer. But no one will be your LCP, VPs, and TLs. Okay, so why? It's because for these people, LCP, VP, and TLs, directors, you are very important and you are specialized of your department. So if you really want to go, you have to discuss with your VP, your LCP, and TM if you want to go in this summer. Because I've been to exchange during summer when I was in VP, and when I come back, I regret a bit. And you miss a lot of time with your not encouraged for all of you to go. And who should be your target for IC is your team members, the directors for TFL, OGV, and also alumni. If you want to know the reason why we encourage them to go for exchange, you can actually, I will share out the slide later. You can press in the slide and then we have a spreadsheet to explain in details why you should encourage team members and the directors and alumni to go for exchange. Okay, cool. So anyone else has questions regarding who should be your target for IFP? If you have questions, then you can type in the chat box. If you don't have your questions, then you can click away. So let me know that I can proceed to the next stage. Okay, cool. So when you have your target already, now you should now what you're gonna tell them or to persuade them to go for exchange for IFP are the three main points. The first one is you have exchange relevance. When you have the experience of going for exchange, it will be so much easier to use your own story to tell people. It is more convincing and it is more persuasive in the customer perspective. And then the second point would be you can have your LC to LC partnership. So let's say if you already have a engagement or IR with the LC itself, then you can start to plan out what can I actually do in the LC to get materials or blah 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 with the LC to manage your LC relationship. And the third one will be GCP sharing from other entities. When the members is going for exchange at another entities, they can learn what is the pro, what they do, what they did when what they do is good that you can take back to your LC and make some improvement of the LC or what you can get from the any idea that you can get from the LC. So of course there are another three main benefits to go for exchange this summer for IFP. If we will provide AirAsia Bitcoin 30,000 points, which is equal to one-way ticket to our IR country. And then the second one is your will be your admin fee because you're still IFP, so you get 300 way for your IX admin fee. Yeah, so that one is the very worth. And it depends on the criteria for IXP. I remember it's for IXP is the 1 year within 1 year after you enter. So if you don't go now, then you wait when if you want to go already, that will be too late. So that's the benefits for IXP to go for exchange. Then I will move on to attraction for ISP. How are you going to carry out the whole campaign for ISP? So I will use the method go target channel and message. So in the Google form, all the LC has actually filled in the number that you want to achieve for this summer. So at once I believe that when you fill in the goal already, you already actually have a target members that you want them to become ISP in this summer. So you just focus on this group of people and do a proper attractions among the group you have targeted. And moving on to the channel, we separate into digital and physical. For digital wise, we provide you a project template whereby we're gonna use a project selling method as well. So all the LCs who have successfully bid for ISP campaign, now you can use the template to put your top five projects that you want to promote in your LC for ISP in the template, and then you can share among your LC. And we also provide you the videos that you have made during the bidding. We combine and then we edit into ISP campaign, and then you can use. But the tracker I will update in OGX breaking news afterwards because I have forgot to put it here. So sorry. And then the next thing will be the physical channel, what you can do for physical when you are physically there. So now a lot of university already start the new semester, where I see there are a lot of opportunities that you can initiate the conversation of why Isaacers should go for exchange physically. So you see there are a lot of chance you meet Isaacers, even in 1 week you meet them like probably 5 times, which is during department meeting, local committee meeting or gathering where all the Isaacers are there, team hangout, personal conversation that you initiate by yourself or during EBM PM. So I have a few suggestions for you to initiate ISP attractions. The first one is to have ISP sharing. The objective is to actually create the hype of going for exchange in your LC. So the process is, first of all, you must of having ISP sharing during any event, and then invite the ISP that you have targeted to do exchange experience sharing in your LC. So for example, you are looking for someone who is very yellow or who has very high energy. So you to create an environment where everyone will get easily influenced by the previous ISP. So you can select the persons that you want to do sharing in your LC, and then make sure you dry run the sharing beforehand to ensure the presentation is smooth and relevant to your objective. And lastly, keep the hype up by announcing the benefits to them after the sharing to make sure they are really encouraged to go during this summer. And we have a very clear call to action is to provide the IR projects on the spot so they can apply on the spot. And remember to follow up with the apply after that. And make sure you remind them that they have to be approved before 16th of March. Only then they can get the 30,000 AHB points to get the one-way ticket. So this is just examples of the guideline of how to do ISP sharing. You can customize it into your own LC, but generally you must have a clear call to action. You have to make sure that after the sharing, the people actually know what they need to do after that. Okay, and then the next thing will be your encouragement. Uh, so no matter who, if you initiate a conversation, it's considered as empowering others to actually go for exchange, and it's very important that the top management actually is the one who initiate conversation with your members. You conversation about whether are you interested to go for exchange and really empower them, because most of the Isaacer actually they wish to go on exchange, but there's always a reason where they stop to go for exchange probably. Just most of us based on the past experience that I have most Isaac or due to blah 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 they didn't want to go for exchange. So make sure you identify what stopped them and try to empower them to overcome their fear. And now the MC is actually encouraging the members, and that's why we provide the big points for members only. So what are the chances that you can initiate a conversation is during check-in or check and you can ask them anyone is interested to go for exchange or make some questions that can trigger their mind to think whether they want to go for exchange. And by the end of the conversation, ensure you use the values of GV as the main selling point, because at the end there must be a reason that can there must be the proper value propositions of GV to make them go for exchange. So when they come back later, they can be your brand advocate. Alright, cool. So these are the channels that I suggest and the message that you all can use. Do you have questions regarding the attrition process? If no, can you wait? Or if you have questions, then you can ask me as well. And then I will go for ISP application process. Thank you, Vanessa, for responding. Okay, cool. So now I will explain about the ISP application process. So it's very easy. First of all, ISP has to apply for IR projects. If you remember the IR we have now is Taiwan, Sri Lanka, Vietnam, China, and Indonesia. So these are the five countries, and then they have to get approved by. Oh yeah, so they have to fill in the Google form when they get approved. Once they get approved, they have to fill in the form. So I know their details and I can buy the ticket for them. Yeah, is that cool? Great. And then after they get approved, basically we will have announcement on the ISP, and then they will enter into a group to purchase ticket, and then they have to attend. I mean, they attend national OPS to get the education on what they need to do during exchange, and then during realization they're gonna submit deliverables. And please remind them not to buy ticket because there is an app that we have to buy the ticket. We're gonna use the points to buy ticket for them. So is there any questions regarding the ISP application process? If there's no questions, then you can leave. Oh, okay, regarding ISP must attend national OPS, it is still optional, but we will think about that. It will be announced soon, but it is not necessary for them to attend. We will see how, because during NOPS, I'm planning to put in the agenda to educate them on the deliverables on what they need to do during exchange. But in terms of like for LCs, it's far away, and I'm still thinking how to adjust that. Yeah, the Google form will be announced in OGX breaking news within these 2 days. No problem. Alright, cool. So it's about coming to the education space. The delivers for ISP, we will have another education space in March to talk about that. Follow up. So stay tuned in the education space in March. So now, do you have any questions? I will just allocate about 5 minutes. So now it's 8:05. I will close the Q&A space 8:30. So you can just ask me any questions that you have, or you have ideas to share. You can share in the chat box. Karen. Thank you for coming to the space. Thank you, Vanessa, as well, for coming to the space. Okay, cool. So if no more questions, then I can close the space. Thank you very much for everyone who came to the space. And if you have any other questions, you can always post in the group and ask Roger or ask, yeah, ask Roger or Ron. So that's all. Thank you very much and goodbye.